Hi guys, and welcome to my first official plan with me. This is for February 2022. This month's theme, as I want to be trying to stick with the musicals this year, is Robin Hood Men in Tights. Very funny movie. Mel Brooks definitely outdoes himself with this movie. Lots of funny innuendos and jokes that I will be sprinkling throughout my plan with me. So come along and join me. The pens I'll be using today are the Koh-i-Noor Hardtmuth in 0.25 and 0.75. And then the Staedtler Tri-Plus fine liners in light green and dark green. Of course, my standard writing pen is the Scripto Apex fine liner, and of course I have a regular clutch pencil, eraser, and ruler that I'll be using. So one of the things I decided to do is use some craft paper in the decorations as well, just to give that old-timey feel. Nice ripped edges and everything. So you can see here where I'm just taking out where I plan to put it in. Just stuck it on with some double-sided tape. And then I'm going to start inking in my cover page. Sorry, I do like to stroke the page a lot. I realize that. So I'm going through editing. Apologies. And then you'll see me hesitate quite a lot as to where I actually want to start drawing the pens. So this is a lot faster, so otherwise this video would be like 3 hours long. I did trace this on to the page first. I don't know if you can see that, you can't really see the pencil marks in this camera angle. And then I use a ruler. I cannot freehand straight lines. You can see the couple of times where I try and they do end up very wobbly. So I do apologize for that. Hope you enjoy this music. And yeah, just watch me finish this drawing. So here I'm starting to glue in my craft paper. You'll see I do actually glue the craft paper over the top of the drawing because it does shine through the paper. So then I just go over where, over the drawing again, over the top of the craft paper because it does shine through. Here I'm just finishing off the cover page with the month, February, in the banner as seen across the top of the DVD cover. And here I'm just finishing off Robin Hood with the exceptionally long feather in his cap, because he wouldn't be Robin Hood without it. And then just erasing all my pencil marks from the page. Here I'm just adding pupils and green color to the eyes, as I still wasn't sure on whether or not I wanted to color in the picture or leave it as a line drawing. Then my quote on the other side of the page is, "A roll is a roll and a toll is a toll. And if you don't pay no tolls, then we don't eat no rolls." Said by Little John in defense of his bridge. And that's it for my cover page for now. Then on the next page we'll start with my events calendar. We're just titling it with the month, February, and then do it list style down the side. I believe it's Ryder Carroll, the original Ryder Carroll method of writing the calendar down this way. I find it works best for me. And on the opposite page is my monthly to-do list, which was also basically where I write my goals for the month. It is at this point that I realized that I had misspelled February, so I'm just going to do a patch job. I've done the banner again with the word February written in it and just stuck it over the top of the incorrect spelling. It does cut off a little bit of the top of my calendar, but it looks pretty decent, I think. For those of you unfamiliar with the movie or the plot, one of the plot devices is that Maid Marian wears a chastity belt that is locked away, and her one true love is said to possess the key. So that is why we have the lock and key here. And then additionally, when you first meet Maid Marian, she's in a bathtub with some beautiful stone scroll work behind her, which I tried to replicate there. You can see with the lost footage that it suddenly appears on the page. And then she's singing a song, which is, "Oh, where is the man who carries the key? When will he be with his Marian?" So that is my monthly calendar and to-do list goals. We're moving on to my content calendar. Just a basic calendar layout. I've seen quite a few creators doing something similar to this, so I just wanted to try it out for my very first month to see if it helps. And you'll see a visit from my little one now on the left hand side, just popping in to say hi and to see what mommy's doing. Below that is just a box for any content ideas that I have, whether it be for YouTube or Instagram or wherever else. Then I'm drawing in a bullseye for the archery contest. Just a very basic small little doodle that can fit in the space available. Here I'm just writing content planner. By the way, I can't tell you what font this is. I merely copied the one that's on the DVD cover, and any of the letters that weren't there, I just made up something similar looking. And then now on the left hand side, I'm just putting somewhere to write down my numbers. I have a space at the beginning of my diary to put all my monthly numbers, but just somewhere for the 1st and the 15th of every month, and then filling in ideas. And I'm just coloring in on that bullseye. Wasn't entirely happy with it, so I came over again. You'll see now I come over it with my white gel pen just to make the white areas white after I've added the shading to the shape of it. And then I'm just putting the days of the week on my calendar, where I suddenly realized that I started it on Monday when I was supposed to start it on Sunday. So I just covered up the letters with a dot. I will come back over them again with a white gel pen after the ink is given a chance to dry. So while it's drying, I'm just setting up my page for Lunasa on the other side of the page. Just a space for me to write any important dates for the month. Lunasa is the pagan festival of first harvest. So anything to do with wheat and bread we will be celebrating. So I've drawn a sun symbol, sun wheel symbol in the middle with the banner of Lunasa across, and then each of the 4 sections will be something that I can plan something in, such as the moon phases and what decorations I'll be putting up. Lunasa is on the 1st of February, so right at the beginning of the month. So as you probably saw there, I just went over the calendar dates with my white gel pen. Now I'm going over with my green one, just putting the dates in, and then just adding some color to my social trackers. And that's it for those 2 pages. Next is my habit tracker, where I have my moods as well. And as you can see, I did put the craft paper in already on all the pages, because you don't need to see me gluing in every single page. If you would like to see that in future, please leave a comment below and I will gladly show you every page gluing in. Opposite my habit tracker, I have my thoughts page, or most people call it a brain dump. It's just basically an empty page where I can write anything down that needs to go. Doesn't really have a general place to go. Then my mood tracker for this month will be arrows. Of course, Robin Hood has to have bows and arrows. So I've got 28 arrows. I'm just drawing in the arrow tips at the moment, and then you'll see me with the ruler putting in the stick part. Can't remember the name of it now. And then of course the mood for each day will be represented by different types of fletchings that I just decided to use, random ones that I scribbled up. I'm sure there's some much nicer designs that you can find on Instagram and Pinterest. That's that for my habits and thoughts. Next we're starting with my first weekly, which I like to set up with the Alastair method. It's very handy being able to write multiple tasks that I do on multiple days, whether I do them every day or more than once a week. I find it very useful, and of course you don't have to put them in order of when you're doing it. And of course I like to leave a little space at the top. I put my calendar in, which month it is, and then some decoration to do with whichever theme at the top there. Of course, with this method you can fit 1 week in a page, or if you have a busy week, you can fit 2 weeks in a page, 2 pages in a week. It's really useful for however busy you are. Then my decoration for this page is, of course, when we first meet Robin Hood in the movie, he is just being arrested and is being detained in a cell with a large number of other people, where he's off on the crusades in the Middle East. And of course they're set it up as if the dungeon master is a maitre d', and with everybody having beards, he goes, "Oh no, we cannot seat you without the proper attire," and is handed a hook-on beard so that he fits in with all the other prisoners who have long, scraggly beards. Thank you for joining me for my February plan with me. Let's just go back for a final flip through so that you can see everything in total. My cover page. Let me know in the comments if you think I should color it in. My calendar and goals list, my content planner, planning for Lunasa, habits and mood, and my brain dump, and my first weekly. Thank you. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed.